Hello everyone, this is my Let's Play Skyrim, Civil War Edition, playing with the character Evo Sedarys, who is a dark elf, and we are going to be traveling to Eastmarch for the final part of the war. I don't know that we'll necessarily get there in this video, however, because we have quite a ways to go. We have quite a journey ahead of us, so we will see. Well, that's interesting. That guard seems to be trying to walk into a stone area. That's very odd. He needs help, but I don't know that we can provide it. So I've been working on getting, some sort of figuring out how to record this game on PC, because I don't really have much experience with that. Not really at all. It's turning out, this whole business of making Let's Plays in general has turned out to be a lot more complicated than I had really anticipated. I really appreciate now all the work that people who make real Let's Plays, i.e. Let's Plays that are watched by, lots and lots of people and so on and so forth. I mean, I don't really expect anybody but family members to be watching these, to be honest. And rightly so, because even the simplest videos, I'm just finding that it's quite a process to figure out, like, how to do things, and so many things can go wrong. I mean, half the time I think I'm recording and I'm actually not. It's just kind of
deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls.
it's much hairier business than you would expect. Now that's odd. Why is there a potion of healing and an empty wine bottle? It's almost like somebody had a hangover. Oh, and there's a potion on that beam, too. That is very strange. I wonder if somebody had an aquatic... Possibly. Well... Alright, we're gonna go into sneak mode since we're heading into the land of unexpected choruses. Of course, if I'm calling it the land of unexpected choruses, then the choruses are actually expected, right? I'm gonna try not to overthink that one. I would suggest you try not to overthink that one too. It's better for everyone. Thinking should, like, come with a warning label on it, Only do in small doses. Moderate amounts of thinking. Hello, mud crab. Could you imagine walking around in real life with, like, giant crustaceans, roaming around? That would be very strange. Plus, king crab's legs would probably be a lot cheaper. Now, there's a food that is utterly delicious and a complete pain to eat. It's like, oh, let's hide the sweetest, most delicious meat in these really hard to crack things. Yeah. Oh, a torch bug. Oh, I didn't catch it. Oh, well. Alright. See if... Let's look for char-shaped life. So far, I mostly see mud crab-shaped life. I've never finished a playthrough of Oblivion, but I have started playthroughs of Oblivion, and in Oblivion, they talk about mud crabs constantly. It's a thing. Oh, the bow punch. I haven't done those in a while. I wonder if we're heading near Movarth's lair. Yeah, we are. It's kind of a ritual with this character that every time I pass by Movarth's lair, I have to clear it out, because, you know, he does hate vampires, so makes sense, right? I love Aura Whisper, but one thing about it that's a bummer is that it takes... The actual effects of it do not, which sucks. Oh well, I guess you can't have everything. What do you get for the Dragonborn that has everything? They don't make shopping lists for those, do they? Alright, I guess it's going to be one of those episodes where I just ramble on and on and on. Sorry, guys. Hello, mud crab. It's like... This area is so strange. It's like stuffed to the gills with the most laughable enemy in Tamriel, and then it has Chauruses who can spit poison at you and totally kill you dead. Alright. We're coming up on Movarth's lair, and Evo cannot, in all good conscience, leave it alone. It is, after all, always filled with the vampire menace. And for him, the vampire menace trumps all, so we're gonna clear out Movarth's lair. Give it a good scrubbing. Maybe, you know, distribute a few throw pillows. Okay, let's switch to Ariel's bow, which is our super duper killer bow. Especially when it comes to the undead. Ooh, spiders. If I saw a spider that huge in my house, I'd be like calling the fire department. I mean, come on. I know most people love spiders, but come on. Even the biggest spider fan in the world would have to be alarmed by one that huge. I mean, that's like bigger than your arm. That's bigger than your leg. That's like the size of like a go-kart. It's just insane. This won't take long. It's not a long dungeon crawl, and I've done it like 30 million times. It's kind of funny how it's evolved into a ritual with this character, though. It's like, hey, we're passing through Marthal, gotta clear out Movarth's... Oh, hello. So vampires excel at mind control, which is why you see these enemies called vampires thrall. Evo was once a thrall of his father, but due to the machinations of both Akatosh and probably the Daedric prince Mephala, he was slowly influenced to sort of develop a mind of his own, which led to him eventually killing his father with much, much fire. Nothing like a Daedric prince whispering to you in your dreams, you know, vampires are flammable. Very, very flammable. And of course, the Dunmer have a special relationship with fire anyway. I mean, they're resistant to it, and, you know, they live on, or they did live close to Red Mountain, which obviously forms a very important part of their history. I do get a certain sick satisfaction out of the sounds that they make as they die. Oh, look at that. Yes, vampires always have to raise people, don't they? They can't even let their dead friends die in peace. Truly despicable creatures. Evo's opinion. My opinion, well, my opinion is that they're a pain in the ass to fight, and they can certainly get way too wound up with the whole Anne Rice thing. Seriously, if you, like, hang around a vampire, like, a lot of their conversation will, like, revolve around, oh, do I get to eat today? Do I get to feed today? And it's like, is that all you think about? Is eating? Nuts. I mean, yeah, sure, I think about what I'm going to have for lunch, but it's not like they have to put that much thought into it. It's like, what am I going to have for lunch? Oh, blood again. Okay. Well, wait, blood is life. Blood is delicious. I mean, I guess, if you're a vampire. These coin purses do not look like an actual convenient way to carry money. I mean, I'm thinking about, like, I'm trying to picture actually going to, like, the corner store to get a soda and, like, paying for it with coins that I'd have to take from a purse tied with a drawstring. That just does not seem convenient. But I guess zippers don't exist in the Elder Scrolls universe. Although if any race would have invented the zipper, I think it would have been the Dwemer. Seems like something the Dwemer would have come up with. I find it weirdly satisfying to take loot, even if I don't really need it. I mean, I'm at level 50. I have everything a Dragonborn could possibly want. And he, you know, he's not a particularly materialistic character anyway. But I just love looting. I just love opening up a chest and seeing what's inside. Like, satisfies some deeply primitive part of my brain, no doubt. Everything's like about satisfying a certain part of your brain these days. Does anyone have any real feelings left? I mean, is it really a feeling if it's just a part of your brain squirting a chemical? I don't know. It's like next time I feel a rush of affection towards someone, I'm going to be like, my brain is totally squirting chemicals over you right now. I'm sure they'd love to hear that. Alright, so Movar's lair has been cleaned out. For the moment. Wow. Alright, so we need to go this way. And let's switch back to that bow. So I watch a lot of Couch Warriors videos, and one thing that's always kind of amused me is how much he fusses over his characters, like, you know, loadout and what they're wearing, and, you know, that's cool and everything. I'm playing on the PS4, which means I've got some mods available, but not the range of mods that I would have available on the PC. And I've looked for armor mods because, you know, I have immersive armor and weapons installed on my PC version. But, you know, I haven't really... I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen an equivalent of immersive armor and weapons available for the PS4 for Skyrim SE. I mean, I've done searches, and for the most part, I'm not really thrilled with the selection that I have. Alright, we're out of Chaurus country, so I think we can run a bit. I think Chaurus almost... I mean, they're just like giant cockroaches that spit poison. It's like, take the most terrible thing you can think of and make it even more terrible. Anyway, armor. So, I have not really, you know, been able... I don't know, I feel like my options for armor were limited with this character. I knew I wanted to go with light armor, because, you know, he's archery and sneak based. It just seemed to make sense. I almost never play characters with heavy armor anyway. But, it turns out I actually really like, how his loadout came together, because he has a Daedric bow and he has Auriel's bow. So two extremely powerful bows and kind of unique. I mean, you don't really see that many people running around Skyrim with a Daedric bow. And Auriel's bow is completely unique. It's kind of a legendary bow. I mean, it's the bow of a god. And it's combined with this humble leather armor, which I actually think that combination is perfectly suited for Evo's personality. Like, that is who he is. He's got this killer weapon, but, like, his armor, the thing that, you know, maybe is most about your presentation, I kind of feel like, you know, it's sort of... What is this giant doing? Oh, it's fighting with a frostbite spider. Well, we're just gonna haul ass. I mean... we don't really have anything against the, giant. Evo definitely has, like, a home point, because it's actually quite definitive. He definitely does not view all enemies in the same way. But anyway, just, you know, comment on his armor. I actually think, you know, his loadout and his armor actually came together perfectly for him, kind of, you know, despite the limitations I was running under, because, you know, I think the combination of having a very, very, very deadly bow, but, you know, really basic, kind of almost too basic armor, just for this character really clicks for me. I'm like, yeah, that's who he is, you know? He's not a guy who walks into a bar, you know, trying to intimidate everyone. He's the guy who walks into a bar trying not to be noticed. But man, you do not want to fuck with him. Oh my god, you do not want to piss this elf off. Not if you value your life. So anyway, how he views enemies. Enemies like dragons and wild animals and mammoths and giants. These are enemies that he basically respects. Like, he doesn't view them as evil. He does kill them, mainly if they get in his way or if he feels like they might try to kill him. Because these are creatures that are, you know, often quite deadly and, you know, creatures you definitely don't want to get on the wrong side of, and he's, you know, quite aware of that. But on the other hand, there's no anger there. There's no, like, hatred, you know. I don't know why I didn't get a sneak bonus on that one. Oh, come on.
Lars, Janir!
Oh, maybe I'm just too far away. Alright, that one's on though. Oh, I think it's over here. Yes. Goddamn frost trolls. Not sure he really respects frost trolls. I mean, trolls are just pests. Really large, ugly pests. I can... Oh, see it. It's moving. Damn it, it stopped for a second. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy until I get it. Oh, I think it's on to us now. Shit. But it seems like it... I need to check my gear, because I am not doing... Well, I kind of am. My gear, that is the damage I should be doing. Oh, time to charge it up anyway. But yeah, there's no, like, personal hatred. Now, vampires are a whole nother story. Vampires, I guess, on this hierarchy are the lowest of the low. They're, in fact, the only enemy that he would feel justified in sending to the Soul Cairn, which is quite unique. I mean, he doesn't even consider that appropriate for bandits. Bandits are basically scum, but, you know, obviously not on the level of the vampire. So there you have it. Evo Sedarys' hierarchy of, of things that can kill you. Oh man, Stormcloak Camp, we need to just run like hell. We may not have much military discipline, but we're almost done with this stupid war, and we don't need to be taking on an entire Stormcloak camp at this point. It's been a while since I've save scummed. Let's do Fool. I die way too often to not save scum. Run, Evo, run! What's down there? Looks like a hunter. It's camp. That's another thing. I would have actually liked to have used a camping mod with this character, but I just couldn't find one on PS4. I mean, there are ones available for SE, just not the PS4 specifically. Oh, I think I know which cave this is. That's not what I wanted. Uttering Hills, yeah. Alright. Alrighty. I don't think we're gonna clear out the entire cave, but we're at least gonna take out these bandits. I feel like I get so many kill cams with this character. I should make, like, a video that's just shots of him, like, doing slow-mo kill cams with the bow. Maybe when I get better at video editing, I'll, like, make a little intro for these. If anyone other than my family ever winds up watching these videos, which, you know... oh my god. I would be tickled pink if that happened. If some, like, random person on the internet was like, I love your videos, they are awesome, I'd be like, you're not related to me and you watch this? I love you. So I'm not going to tell anyone to rate, like, and subscribe because I don't really know what I'm doing yet, to be honest. I'll be right up front about that. I'm very much figuring out what the hell I'm doing. I do love the Daedric weapons. I mean, they look really demonic, but in the best possible way. And hey, Dunmer are Daedra worshippers, so why not? I should make a video at some point. This Daedric bow, I do not actually have the, I don't actually have the Daedric smithing perk by a long shot. But this character is also very well versed in potions, and basically I was just able... It turns out that if you use a Fortify Restoration potion, it increases the power temporarily of any other potion you have also taken at that time, as well as any enchantment on any item you're wearing at a time. Now, people use this property as an exploit to make, like, progressively, like, you know, more and more powerful equipment. Because what they'll do is, you know, they'll like enchant, and I forget, there are videos on YouTube on how to exploit this, and I forget what the exact sequences that you have to do. I didn't quite do that. I just popped a Fortify Restoration and then a Fortify Smithing, and it just made the Fortify Smithing more powerful than it would have normally have been. And then I was also wearing, you know, Fortify Smithing gear, and it bumped up temporarily my smithing skill to such an extent that I was able to smith something to legendary where I normally would not be able to improve it that much at all. So I guess it's kind of the weaker version of that exploit, but not really carrying it out as far as you could have, because I didn't really want to do that. I kind of wanted to use the Fortify Restoration Potion probably as it was meant to be used, but not get carried away with it. So there is a lady in Iverstead who will give you a fetch quest to collect 10 bear pelts for her. Her name is Tenba Widearms, and I keep thinking that, like, I should just, you know, collect cave bear pelts for this woman. Pelts are also kind of heavy, and I don't have that much carry weight, so...
Where are you? Oh well, must have run off.
Oh. You were so stupid, you had to fuck with me. You know, you could have ignored me. And I might have killed you anyway, just because I'm sort of paranoid by now by everyone trying to kill me. Anyway, as I was saying, that's how I have a legendary Daedric bow without having the Daedric smithing perk. Sorry, bear. But I know you would have attacked me eventually, so... Who are these people? And... we don't want to tangle with them. Now, there is a place... I mean, there's a place in this general area where you can find some bathers lounging in the hot springs. And I don't remember where they are. But it would be funny if Evo, like, ran into them. He's a pretty tense, wound-up guy. I think he could use a jaunt in a hot spring. But I don't know how he would feel about that. Is this Mazolft? I think this is Mazolft. Yes, it's Mazolft. I wonder if it respawns enemies, or if it kind of remains cleared out because it was associated with a quest. But... I think I hear another one up ahead. Yes, I do. And the goat is smart enough to get the hell out of Dodge. Good for the goat. My God! I think bear meat is supposed to be very high in fat, I believe. I don't know why I'm thinking about that right now. Well, probably because I just killed a bear in a video game. Could possibly be why I'm wondering about the consistency of bear meat. Alright, I think the camp is up on that hill. Yeah, I see it. With all the running he does, Abel must be in, like, Olympian shape by now.
Something to report? Your objective is the enemy-held fort. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task? I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Fort Amol. Oh my. Okay. Fort Amol is interesting. It is interesting for one very specific reason. If you like to play characters that use magic and use archery, and you like the bound bow spell, you can always find a bound bow spellbook in a bucket in the Fort Amol prison. It's just one of the standard loot drops. I learned random bits of Skyrim knowledge that I cannot get out of my brain. Like, I can't unlearn that now. So, like, now, forever and always, if I'm playing a character and I know I want to use bound bow, I'm going to be doing this mental calculation of, well, how can I get them to Fort Amol? And how can I get them to Fort Amol in a way that makes sense for their character? You have forever poisoned me, Couch Warrior. If you ever watch this, and oh my god, please don't. Please don't ever watch this. Because you are so much a better Let's Player than I am. In fact, like, this... my version of a Let's Play is so terrible that... he probably would... if he watched it, he'd probably watch 2 seconds of it and be like, oh my god, does she even know how to use a controller? She just got two-shotted by a Chorus in Eastmarch. She's an idiot! And he'd be right! He wouldn't say that. He seems like a very nice guy. I'm sure he's way too busy to ever watch this video, though. But, anyway. Whoa. Oh, shit! Oh, shit. Alright, dragon. Well... can't go wrong with fortified marksman, right? Do I have fortified mark? I have 11 of them. And since we are a squishy little archer, let's also see if I have a fortified health. I do. Oh shit! Alright. Resist fire. I have resist fire. And restore health. Yes, please. And dragon rend. Let's get this puppy on the ground. Alright. Oh, and while we're at it, let's use the good arrows. Now let's collect your soul. Are you gonna let me collect your soul? Am I having collection of soul failure? It appears so. Oh, I hate when that happens. I guess it's like the Dragonborn equivalent of erectile dysfunction. Did I just say that? I just said that. I just went there. I mean, Draenor don't really get erectile dysfunction, right? I mean, in my opinion, they're like the sexiest race in Tamriel, so... Then again, maybe it just happens to everyone. But does it happen to elves? Does it happen to dark elves? I mean, high elves, yeah, I'm sure it happens to them, but... I have a liking for Dunmer. I do kind of consider them the sexiest race in Tamriel. So... let's just charge through a hot spring, because we can. And besides, we're in the hot springs of Eastmarch, where everything can kill you. Hate when... You know, it just occurred to me. I think I had trouble collecting a soul from a dragon in this area before. I wonder if it has something to do with this area somehow. That's a little strange. Is Eastmarch cock-blocking my soul, my dragon soul absorption ability? Oh my god. Ulfric's an even worse Jarl. Hey, is this where the people do the hot springs bathing? Probably. Oh, if you want to see a really funny video about the people bathing in the hot springs, there is an early episode of Aranus Arcana. I think it's the first episode of Chapter 2, where Fleet, like, walks by some women bathing in the hot springs and, like, does this, like, really absurd, like, flirty dialogue with them. It's cheesy and bad and hilarious. Yes. I'm a fan of that series. Fort Amol. Okay. Time to get our sneak on. And meet our comrades in arms. Evo doesn't have comrades. Comrades are for the weak. Actually, more the problem that he has with comrades is that he would always, if he had them, he'd always be worried about getting them killed. His take on it is, ugh, it's one thing if I die, but I don't want someone else to die just because they were standing within 5 feet of me. Man, feel guilty. Hate that. Where are these people? Alright, take over Fort Amol. This is like the worst kind of mission for a stealth archer ever! Well, we're just going to use him as a meat shield and, like, do intelligence support. That seems to be what works best. Normally too, before the Civil War questline gets kicked off, Fort Amol answers. Just as an FYI, if you do decide to collect the Bound Bow spell. Alright. We are going to attack from distance. And I'm concentrate on taking out their archers. Alright. Alright. Should not stand with your back to me. Whoa. That is quite the meat party, isn't it?
Damn you! Yeah!
Alright. You know, try to take out the people who are up high. Alright, let's get back here.
Kill you! This ends now! Die, damn you! It's nothing.
Oh, okay.
If I can just stand up. Do your best. Put you down.
Yeah, I just put you down. Yeah, we are... Ooh, that was a nice shot.
That's all you've got. I'll have your head.
What the hell? Alright, I need... What the... What the hell? What the... Alright. I must have accidentally hit one of them. Yeah, well... Let's wait this out and see if it settles down at all. Kind of makes you not want to help, doesn't it? Let's see. Are we cool? No, not cool yet. Not sure if this is gonna blow over or what. Let me see if I can fast travel. Alright, I guess still considering... Are they ever gonna chill out and stop being hostile? Let's see if I can do it now. Oh, I just want to finish this stupid war. I can't wait. Okay. Alright, I think I have to get out of this area. And I should probably go invisible again. Let's see if... Wow! Are they around that bridge? I think they're around that bridge. Alright. Let's just fast travel back to camp and get this over with. Whoa, they think I'm an enemy. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to reload a save. Good lord. I've accidentally killed soldiers on my side before, and I have never had that happen. Oh, actually... Well, you know what? Since they're acting like that, since apparently there's a very high cost for making the slightest mistake, I'm just going to hang out and let them take care of their own problems. And actually, let's just get this over with. I'm tired of this stupidity. Actually, no, I am thinking, what would happen? What? I don't know if that came from an Imperial or a Stormcloak. At this point, I don't really care. Hell, let's watch them. See if they're hostile, first of all. No, they're hostile towards the Stormcloaks, which is good. Well, I tend to want to get revenge on things that go wrong in previous saves. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to get my revenge by just hanging out here and just watching. Since apparently if I get one little thing wrong, it's like irredeemable. So, you know what, guys? You can solve your own problems your way. You can scream, you can shout, you can make lots of noise and be all stupid with your stupid two-handed weapons. We're just gonna stand here and watch you kill each other. Bye.
Not like this. Walk with the thrall. I cannot last.
This is kind of funny. I wonder how long it'll take. I wonder who will actually win if we don't participate. 90%? Maybe I don't have to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if the bound bow spell is still in the prison. I mean, I've already taken it, but because I've actually cleared this out before when it was full of necromancers. But I wonder if it respawned. Let's see what's over here.
Carlos, smite you.
I wonder if there's a way to sneak in. I think there actually might be. Oh, you know what? No, I guess there's not. Interesting, though. Yeah, 82%. I actually do. I know that, and I forget which one it is, but I know one of them has a prison that you can sneak into. Fort Kostov, that's it. Fort Kostov has a prison you can sneak into. And I actually thought this one did too. $75%.